Right now, we're going to give you some more tips that can actually help you throughout the month.
Okay.
This is another thing that can help you throughout the month. We've got our nutritionist in the studio who definitely looks the part. He is Mr. Wong Eugene from Synergy Fitness. Good morning.
Welcome, Eugene.
Hi. Good morning to you guys.
Wow.
Morning.
Nice to meet you.
This is the first guest. Stretch.
meet
I
you.
can see how flexible the fellow is.
There's a lot of stretching that he's
My
done.
early morning workout.
Early morning workout. So tell us the first thing about eating during the festive season, right? Is there something we need to avoid or something we need to eat more of?
Well, the thing about Malaysians is that they have this tendency to let loose during festive seasons. They go binge eating, just completely forget about all the healthy eating habits they used to cultivate during the year. And what happens is that they totally switch from rational thinking about food to completely thinking from their stomach. They go like, wow, so much food and laid out there, and they just go crazy over the food.
They let their tummies
Remind me
take
of somebody
over.
I know lah.
Who?
Me lah.
Oh, you. But you look good. You look fine.
And that's because the baju hides it very well.
Oh, is it? No, in a moment we'll actually know your secret then. Okay, so tell us, Eugene. Now, okay, because of this habit that we have as Malaysians, and we think that food is the food of the gods, the gift of gods. Now, how do we actually keep ourselves in check during this festive season? Are there special measures to curb your hunger, to curb your appetite, cravings?
Well, Malaysia is abundant with fantastic food. No one can deny that. From so many cultures, just talking about it makes me feel hungry, you know? Haven't had my breakfast. But anyway, what we need to do is be mindful when we eat. Mindful of the types of food that we have and the many varieties that we have. For example, for Buka Puasa, when we go for a buffet,
Right.
there is actually healthy food there. We have a whole host of salads. The Malay salads are just wonderful. I like achar, I like kerabu. So what we should do is that we should try to fill up a little bit with the salads first before going straight to the mains. I know a lot of people, they are hungry, they look, smell of the curry, the santan and everything, they go straight for it. But what we should do is just have a little bit of appetizer, a salad. If you can, have a little more of that, and you have less of those curries and those calorie-laden santan food. And probably save a little bit more space for the desserts as well. Because festive season is all about desserts after all.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are one of those problematic foods too, because they're so yummy and yet so bad for you as well.
So
at the
you're
same time.
saying save a bit of space for desserts?
Yeah,
or-
save a little bit of space. Actually, what we should have is a bit of a guide. A lot of people just go through to the festive celebrations, the food, without thinking at all. So what we should do is, I like to give people a bit of advice. When we have carbohydrates especially, because a lot of the foods are processed carbohydrates when it comes to festive seasons, limit yourself to 1 palm size. So if you're having this much of rice, have only this much of kueh. Or if you're having this much of noodles, then have only this much of rice.
I see.
So when we think about this, we actually are conscious when we're eating. Otherwise, we just continue eating, and before we know it, we have overindulged.
So like he got big palm, so he can eat more lah. Like
Yes.
for you, little bit
Small.
only lah.
So, yeah, exactly. Actually, it's a very valid question. If my palm is smaller, or if my fist is smaller, do I actually go to proportions according to my own fist?
Exactly.
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 See, it's an exact science. Okay,
it's very interesting.
we have some tips on the slides, right? We're going to show out to
Yeah.
our viewers today.
A lot of people.
Shall we get into that?
A lot of people they're overindulged into festive eating, put on a lot of weight. So what we have is actually a program. It's called the 5-Finger Diet Program.
5 fingers.
Five finger.
5 fingers. Why do we use the 5 fingers? Is to tell you that we should have 5 meals a day. A lot of people do not have 5 meals a day. They just have 3 large meals. The way forward is actually to have 5 meals. And the 5 meals is breakfast, lunch and dinner, which constitute the 3 longer fingers.
All right.
Tea and mid-morning snack, which goes for the shorter fingers.
Mid-morning snack, that's in between lunch and breakfast.
That's between lunch and breakfast.
To keep you going. Yeah?
So when you actually have these 5 meals a day, you keep your energy levels constant throughout the day. And it's also actually better for fat burning. But when we have 5 meals a day, what we do is we control the sizes of the food. We control the portions, so we eat a little less, but we eat more often.
So you can apply this to the open house also. Breakfast at friend A, then mid-morning snack you go to friend B's house, have a
Yes.
little bit. Then after that, lunch.
Yes, go to another.
You go to another house. So
Yeah,
you
that's right.
balance your diet based on the 5-finger plan lah.
Yes.
I see.
But pertaining to that, I've got a question. Now, regarding these 5 diets that you have, is there at any one time that you should take maybe more carbohydrates or more protein
Right.
and at one point in time?
We have something on the slides, which is some of the guidelines. What we should do is to have 5 meals a day, like I said. Just to explain a little more why we have the 5 meals a day. When we do not have 5 meals a day, we put our body into a roller coaster of sugar levels. So what happens is we feel very low at certain points and very high at certain points, especially right after a heavy meal, you feel very tired. So we don't want that kind of thing. And when you have 5 meals a day, it's actually better for fat burning. So what we should have is to reduce the starchy carbohydrates if you are actually trying to lose weight. So rice, bread, pasta, noodles and things like that. Reduce a little bit of the starchy carbohydrates. But instead, what we should do is increase vegetables and fruits. These are the fibrous carbohydrates. So when we eat more vegetables and fruits, not only do we get more vitamins and minerals, but we actually fill ourselves up a little more. And as Malaysians, we actually are very lacking in fiber. So it avoids problems with constipation and things like that. And another very, very important tip is to drink plenty of water. Most of the time, we take a lot of soft drinks, juices, and things like that. Now, these are things which are what we call empty calories. It adds to your calories and does nothing for your body. So, to keep hydrated and to keep going throughout the day, we should drink plenty of water. My tip is for everyone here to bring a bottle of water everywhere you go. Carry one in your car and carry one even into the studio here.
All right.
Mine is sitting at the corner there.
Mine is in the car.
Where's yours?
In the car. Eugene, I know we spend a lot of time focusing on our diet before the festive season. I mean, we try our best to fit into the clothes that we buy and all that.
Exactly.
So can't we just let loose during the festive season and whack whatever we want to?
Actually, healthy eating should be a consistent way of life. It's a choice that you make to actually live healthily. It shouldn't be something that you feel restrictive. If you feel that your diet is restrictive, it will never happen in the long term. So if you say that you would like to let loose, it means that you feel your diet is actually pretty restrictive. Now, I don't like the word diet. Diet has a negative connotation to it.
Okay.
What I like to say is an eating plan. All right? So we have a healthy eating plan, which is possible for you to continue over the long term. We don't want something where you say, I feel so tight and restrictive with this, and then when it comes to food, suddenly I just let loose and go ahead. But at the same time, when you do let loose, you should actually, in fact, I agree with letting loose. What I have is actually this formula called the 6+1 formula.
6+1 formula, okay.
Yeah, the 6+1 formula is something where 6 days of healthy eating and 1 day of totally letting loose. But
like
when
a
you
Sunday
let
kind of
loose,
thing, yeah.
you do not actually say, I go all out in eating. You eat a variety of food, but still control the portions. So that's how the 6+1 formula works.
All right.
There still needs to be some moderation.
Some control there.
Yes. Okay, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
I am obviously a woman. Okay, a dessert person.
How do you...
Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Ah.
Okay, now let me ask you, Eugene, for desserts that's actually in abundance here now during the festive season, which is considered maybe 2 or 3 healthy desserts? Or would you say desserts which are less unhealthy compared to the others?
Right. In Malaysia, we are a nation of sugar lovers. Everyone loves sugar over here. And we take a lot of sugar since our early days. But we have to be very careful when it comes to choosing desserts, because there are a lot of hidden sugars in a lot of food. You'd be very surprised how much sugar there is in just a standard kueh. Right?
Okay.
But for me, I think the best dessert that anyone can have, and you probably can find it in every hotel or any place, is
chocolate.
fruits.
Yes! Well, okay lah, never mind.
Now, if you
Anyway, Eugene, before we carry on, we have a caller on the line. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
It's Stuart from Subang.
Hi, Stuart.
Yes.
Hi.
Your
Yes, I have a
question, bro.
for the guest.
Go right ahead, man.
Okay. How essential is diet or food to trimming your waistline? I know I've heard this 70-30 breakdown, but how does it work? Essential, because you know the types of body is divided into three. Where some people struggle, they work out very hard, but yet they still put on weight easily. Now, for that kind of body type, how do you trim the waistline to almost nothing? Because there's a theory that when you work out, you're actually starving the fat cells, but when you eat, it goes back. So that's actually quite a complication there. It's difficult for this kind of body type. I do not know the name, how to reduce the exact name, but the problem is that how do you combat against that?
All right,
Good
there
question.
we go.
Thank you very
That's
much,
coming
Stuart.
from a guy, so proves that guys also want to watch
Yeah.
our waistline. We've got another caller that has been watching his waistline for 60 years. Good morning, Ankarama.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You sound very sober today.
Yes.
How are you
and,
doing, sir?
Fine, sir. Thank you. Man.
How can we help you, Mr. Rama? What's your question
When
today?
you were talking about, he was telling about a diet plan of 6+1. I would easily put it as 5+2.
5 plus 2. You want 2 days of...
For the simple reason,
Ah.
one day in a week you must fast
Oh.
to clean your body.
Okay. Let's see what our nutritionist thinks
thinks
about
about it.
fasting.
Okay.
Thank you for calling us, Ankarama. Have a good Hari Raya.
Good holiday.
Good holiday.
So Eugene, in
For two
response
questions.
to our both questions.
Let me start with the waistline.
Yeah, waistline.
Waistline.
Let's start with the waistline. Diet is extremely important when it comes to watching your waistline. If you do just go work out and exercise, I would say you will have done 50% of the work. But if you don't watch your diet, it's going to take twice as long to reach your goals.
Oh, boy.
So, a very important thing to watch out for is to have, back to the guidelines that I said, 5 meals a day, even if you're trying to trim your waistline. Now, a lot of people, what they do is, a big mistake is they skip breakfast.
Right.
Right, skip breakfast and then go straight to work and think that, wow, I've already totally not eat for the whole night, and then if I skip breakfast, I will burn more fat. But in fact, actually what happens is you're storing more fat when you are skipping breakfast. Now what happens overnight is that you've totally used up all your energy source. But when you wake up in the morning and you do not eat anything, the body will go into starvation mode. It will actually hog the fats, thinking that we have to utilize this later because I've got no more food in my body. So what we should have is, in fact, that's the best time to have a little bit of energy carbohydrates. So eat a little bit of that before you start work and eat consistently throughout the day. Just make sure, if you really want to lose weight, control your portions. So like I say, make sure that the size of your carbohydrates are not more than your fists, and you should be okay.
So we gotta get bigger fish, Malaysians. Come on, we can do it.
Okay, and what is your take about fasting before we wind up?
Fasting is actually a very good method to cleanse your system, like what the caller said, Mr. Rama. In fact, I encourage a lot of people, if let's say they have not exercised or not dieted for a long time, to start afresh by having to go through a detox program. Now you can have detox through juicing or even colon hydrotherapy or many different types of detox. But it's a very good start, not only just for your body, but also for your mind. What happens is that you feel that you start afresh, and your body gets to absorb the minerals and the vitamins that comes in easily.
It's like pushing the reset button.
Just before we let you go, Eugene, we just flashed a banner on the screen which our viewers saw earlier. It's called Fit for Life. Can you tell us a little bit about Fit for Life?
Yeah, we are actually organizing an event, a fitness awareness event in One Utama this weekend. It's called Fit for Life, and we have all the information on our website as well as our phone. We hope to invite everyone, including everyone in this studio, to come along, enjoy all the fantastic performances. We're giving a lot of prizes away. We want everybody just to be aware that fitness is something that is fun as well as healthy for your body.
Exactly.
All right, thank you very much, Eugene,
you,
for
Eugene.
joining us.
And just before I go, I'd like to also say if you want to learn more about diet or exercise, you can go to my blog, which is www.synergyfitness.com/blog.
It's on the screen.
There you go, Malaysia.
There you go, where you need to go to find out all you need to know about fitness.
Okay.
Thank you very much
thank
once
you
again
very
to our
much.
guest.